donate your stimulus money. Rule number 3, donate it to evangelists, North American evangelists who haven't had an offering in a month, missionaries who haven't had an offering in a month, music ministers who haven't had an offering in a month. I'm donating my entire stimulus, $1,200. My wife is donating her stimulus, $1,200. My son is donating his stimulus, $600. Hashtag Pastor Spell Stimulus Challenge. If you don't have a church, give through my website, www.ltcbr.com, Larry Tango Charlie Baton Rouge.com. I'm here on the Mississippi River. I'm here at Red Stick, Baton Rouge. Hashtag Pastor Spell Stimulus Challenge.
Fear of this coronavirus is faith in its ability to hurt you or kill you. The fear of what are we going to do? I'm getting laid off at work. Hey, your job's not your source. If it is, you're in trouble. Jesus is your source. Whatever you do right now, don't you stop tithing. Don't you stop sowing offerings. Well, they won't let us go to church. Well, email it in there, text the give or something, but you get your tithe in that church. If you have to go take it down there and drop it off and stick it under the door or something, you get that tithe in that church, you get that offering in that church, and then you go home and you do what we're supposed to do.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Friday. I'm doing really good myself. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening. Let's get some worship and praises in. We definitely need it. Not only collectively, but personally, as a people collectively. But yeah, let's make sure that he's first top priority. Okay. Shout out to my wife for recommending this story to me about this pastor and what he did to his wife. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today, shady pastors. And in case you're wondering, some of you may already have seen this Tony Spell, but for those of you, and Kenneth Copeland, the second video, for those of you that haven't, well, there you have it. These low-life pastors, you understand, that are out to get your stimulus check. All right. Tony Spell is out of Louisiana. The first video I showed, he's out of Louisiana, and he's a defiant pastor because he wasn't supposed to be having church. You know what I mean? Because of the social distancing order, but he violated that. I think about last week or week ago or something like that. Could be 2 weeks ago. He did it anyway, and it's all because of the money. He wants his parishioners to bring the money. You heard devil face, devil eyes, Kenneth Copeland. You see what I mean? Send your tithes in and all that kind of stuff. The thing is this, tithes wasn't even about money. You see, it was about food, whatever you have, far as food, think, each one of the tribes was supposed to give a tenth of whatever they had left over from their crops or whatever, into the storehouse, to people that didn't have food. That's all that was, and these grimy, crooked ass, devilish pastors, you see, is ripping people off. That's basically what it is, because if they were real pastors, they would say that, well, it's not about the money, See, money will not buy your salvation, you see, in heaven. Money is not going to save you, you see. The Most High said he does not even, he don't care about the cares of this world here, He's not into that. It's not about money. He lied. These low-life, pimp-ass pastors is lying to people. That's basically what it boils down to. Now, before we get into this story, I also wanted to pass on an urgent warning too. It's very important. It says, news from Glen Eagle Hospital. 7 women have died after inhaling a free perfume sample that was mailed to them. The product was poisonous. If you receive free samples in the mail, such as lotions, perfumes, diapers, etc., throw them away. The terrorist new ideas means, it says the terrorist new ideas and what have you. I just wanted to make sure you guys know about that. This comes out of the offices of Chief of Police, Office of Risk Management, 101 Main Street, Southwest Washington, D.C. All right. Just wanted to pass that along with you guys because these people knowing some of everything. They don't care, how they get you. If they can get you, they'll do it, Now, to get into this story right here. See, we're going to get on some of these old low-life ass, hell-bound pastors that's just going to want to have things their way, regardless of the Most High's way. Shout out to my wife, Joan Thomas, for giving me this story right here, she was pretty passionate about this one. And what woman wouldn't be? You know what I'm saying? This pastor is a lowlife. If he did what this woman said he did, he's a real lowlife. And so is the women that engaged in the acts with him. They don't get no free pass either. But it says here, my husband is a pastor, but he has impregnated every single lady that ever stayed with us. Woman laments. All right, woman laments. All right. Well, first of all, you don't let women stay with you. Sisters out there, you don't let women just stay with you like that. I got 2 cousins. Okay, they first cousins, and one actually. Okay, both of them. Well, first of all, the oldest cousin, she left and actually moved to California. All right, and some years later, the other cousin, she moved to California. And guess what? She didn't have nowhere to stay, but just till she got up on her feet. Well, my cousin let her stay with her for a while. Bad deal. That was a mistake. Come to find out, one day my cousin comes home from work and find her husband or her man in the bed with her cousin, naked from the waist down and shit like that. See? So no, you don't let whoever, you don't let women come stay with you. And brothers, you know the deal too. You don't let other dudes come stay. You got a woman, you see, just to keep down confusion. But now, to get into the story, a Nigerian woman, 30 years of age, with name withheld, was complained, or has complained, of how her pastor husband has turned into a sex object. According to her, her man warned her never to report this to anyone, not even to her family members, that he will deal with her. Her story. So I guess she would say, I don't care, whatever, I'm going to do it anyway. And she should have. He can't save face now. I was living in Ebony State when we both met each other. We attended the same church. Then he was the assistant pastor of the church. He approached me and I accepted his request. So we started our courtship. Our courtship lasted for 4 years. Most church members were aware of the relationship. During our courtship, he never allowed me visit him. Okay, yeah, this is in Nigerian, by the way, y'all. So if it kind of sounds funny, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it's worded. Yeah, he never allowed me visit him. I never asked him why, because I thought it was his way of avoiding queries from church members. All right. We only see in church. Yeah. Most times he visits me and we chat, talk about the way forward of the relationship. After spending time with me, he leaves. One of the most capturing behaviors I loved about him then was that he was able to control himself. He never even hugged me for one day. So this got me more closer to him. To cut the long story short, after we got married, my pastor husband changed drastically, especially the love making aspects. We made love 5 times a week, but he obliged we double it. That's 10 a week. Wow. Gee. Okay, I wonder what kind of plants those dudes eating over there in Nigeria and Africa. I like to know. But anyway, to continue, I said, okay, see, he was my husband then. After some time, he complained that it was not enough. Oh, man, damn, 10 times a week ain't enough? Gee whiz. I insisted that 10 times a week is okay before. I know it, he had stated, acting funny, but later on we started making love 2 times a day. After giving birth to my first daughter, we both then arranged for a maid. Then we were still living in Albany State. I worked at a government school. After some time, I noticed how my husband was acting softly towards the maid. Whenever I come back, I do see both of them watching television together, and he no longer sends her on errands again. Later on, he was posted to our church. Well, he was posted to our church branch at, Ingu? I guess Ingu. 3 weeks after we parked, I discovered that our maid has been acting funny, so I confronted her. I guess she was pregnant, so she confirmed it to be true, that it was my husband that impregnated her. Okay, so she want to act like now, like that wasn't her fault, like she can, say, I'm not going to do that. That wouldn't be right. See, no free passes, okay? And 2, here's another pastor that's breaking all kinds of laws and shit because if you are a pastor, you preach the word of the Most High, you're not supposed to multiply wives onto yourself, okay? That's what it says. You're not supposed to go out and just be getting these wives. And it's also that said, for every man that go out and have sex with a woman, she's automatically his wife. Hey, that's what it's, I'm not sure, but that's what a lot of people are under the, impression. Yeah, if you having sex, if a brother having sex with women, you know what I'm talking about? That's his wife, Gee. And that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. Because, when you look over your history and stuff, a lot of women you may have, as a man, you had, you don't look at them as your wives. You see what I'm saying? So actually, those chicks your wives? That's kind of hard to believe. But be that as it may, but in conclusion, it says, I took her to a nearby chemist to remove the pregnancy because of the implications attached to it. I asked my husband, which he confirmed as well, and pleaded with me that I should forgive him. To my shock, after 3 weeks of aborting the baby in the maid, I discovered that she was pregnant again for my husband. Damn, my God, this time around I sent her away. This particular incident got me mad. You should have been mad in the first place. And 2, you should never even had any hands in aborting that child, She went right back and did it anyway. This is crazy, man. At another time, one of our pastor's friends based in McCurdy pleaded with us to allow his 19-year-old daughter, okay, right, what's that, GCE/WAEC, which we agreed. Of course, she stayed with us and wrote the exams till she finished the exams. 2 weeks after she traveled back home after her exam, the father called us on the phone. Well, called us on phone to tell us that his daughter is pregnant and that the pregnancy is a month old, and later on this year, we confirmed that my husband was responsible for the pregnancy. I am confused. I don't even know what to do again. Well, okay, that's pretty much the end of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because they get into these replies and stuff, I guess telling her, some advice. But I'm going to just, say right here, well, you should just divorce your husband because you have all the grounds to do so. Because this dude didn't give you, you didn't give him the right and the consent, to go get these chicks pregnant. Now, it is also said too that if a man wishes to take on to himself extra wives, then the original wife would have to be the one to give the consent. You know what I mean? Now, to me, that is the Hebrew way. Okay, that is the Hebrew way. No. Now the thing is this: one woman is enough for me. I just can't imagine having, golly, 2-3 women, in the same house. You know what I'm saying? One woman is just enough, And in this late in the game, I wouldn't know how to. I just wouldn't want that kind of deal. I don't want to put that kind of thing on my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much selfishness. You know what I mean? Hell, you can't service, all these chicks like that, man. You be working day and night on the real, But y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. It is crazy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.